With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Jacksonville. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Right away, they'll change the look. Lawrence going to put it up right away. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening. Now Lawrence to throw. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing is Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Jackson now. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 37 yards. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He'll drop this one off with ETN. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4. Catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now Lawrence changing the play. They'll look to throw again. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Again, it's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Jackson to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 39 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Oh, they were so close. That close from the defender.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Well, Lawrence going to move them around a bit. Back to throw again. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And when a team advances as far
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're underway from the bank. Deontay Hardy to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Finds Aguilar. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blitz coming, Lamar. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. He's on the move. He's running for it. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Has a lane inside the 35. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Another run for Williams. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Best safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's tackled for a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 45 on second down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. First down throw for Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Working quickly here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter. Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. First down, here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up. Lamar out of the pistol. He'll get this to Henry. He has room past the 25. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. From the red zone now. He completes it in traffic. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This is Henry on 2nd. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Ravens looking at 1st and 5. Lamar now from the gun. This throw is caught and just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And that one's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. He's got it! Touchdown, Baltimore! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. And it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. On the move, headed right. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Nix off the play action. He put everything he had into this one. To the outside, it's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Man in motion here. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Now Jackson. Forced out to his right. He can run it. The ball's out, he lost it. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Marvin Mims. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Play action with Nix. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Nix. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens take possession of the football.
Well, that's now a second.
Built on the side of a former piano factory. There's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Here's Graham gunning around for the opening kick. And we're underway from the bank. And this is not a good start. That kick falls just short of the landing zone, and this opening drive is going to begin from the 40. And they send a man in motion. Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Blitz coming, Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. Turning to Henry on third. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, and they go right back to him. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Jackson, quick pass wide. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They have second and pretty long here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a gain of 4. They're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing from the gun here. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Here's Locke. Short pass brought in. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Giants. With it, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Locke. Pass cut by Tracy. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Has it in close. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Tracy. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Giants tie it in the final minute of the half. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Gano ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. 1st down, here's Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Finds his back, complete. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens with the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did. Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Another run for Henry. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Drew Phillips making the tackle. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 41. A handoff to Tracy. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 43. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL. And especially in the second half, you have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Jackson on 3rd and 1. Chased out to his right. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Working quickly here. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Offense up to the line fast. Changing it up here, Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Jackson now on 3rd. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now a 4th down, staring right at him.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
He'll throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying the right side with Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's got him. That's Tracy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Locke looking to throw. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Ravens take possession at midfield after forcing that turnover. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So we're through 3 here. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Offense to the line for second down. They send Aguilar in motion left. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll send him over right. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Looking to throw. On the move, past the 40. Escapes a defender. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Working quickly here. First down throw for Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Offense up to the line fast. Lamar throwing again. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Jackson's going to throw again. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to first down, but out on the 3rd and short.
He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
I just hate that. I just hate to see that. Everything on the play was done so well. Everybody did their job, but you got to finish. You don't get many chances to make that type of play for your team. You got to come through on that touchdown.
Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. To throw. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens jump in front late. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, bro. Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. Deontay Hardy to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first pass falls incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Along the outside, he crosses midfield. He's at the 30. The 10. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And look at this return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Here's 2nd and 7. His first throw is an interception. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Caught by Jennings. Oh, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
1st down, here's Lamar. He rolls to his right. Now he takes... That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Only a yard that time. It forces 4th and 1. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Blitz coming, Lamar. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And his game is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Catches made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 24 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I love throwing that 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Ravens will take over beyond their own 40.
Pick your shit off. You need.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lamar off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Omar.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing this back in the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception.
That's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a race down the right side. George Kittle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. George Kittle, the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7.
The 49ers tied up. Rain.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hit behind the line and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the 49ers.
You been holding the ball all
That didn't take long, Brock. One play and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right.
Guys, man, that's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. He's on the move. Still on the move, throwing down the right sideline. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Henry running to the left. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Jackson's going to go on 4th. Escapes the pocket. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Jackson to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Throwing again is Lamar. He beams one deep right side. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Jackson's going to throw again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers might be able to get some points late after the interception. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
What are you doing timeouts?
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short.
Not enough juice.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Samuel now to return it. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
First down throw by Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Working quickly here. Purdy on first down. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Ravens get the football back at their own 30 after that interception and return.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Offense up to the line fast. Play action. Here's Jackson. That's low and bounces short of his man. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And that means 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Diamador Lenore.
I got
And it's a touchdown.
I got to keep where he blocked. Little tip.
Well, we all know Getting the
Pull out my
interception
chest.
is the
Pull out
important
my
thing,
chest.
Brock, but how
It's
about this guy
crazy.
having the wherewithal to
Niggas have to
transition
cheat.
into a
Niggas have to
really
cheat.
nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too.
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. I mean, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Lamar back to throw. Andrews with the catch. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. They'll try it on the ground. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Samuel now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. Cut by Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Play action now with Purdy. It's caught at the 4. And he'll go. Zone, they mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off. You know, those big guys are taught that if you can't get to the quarterback, guess what you can still do? You can get a pass break up. That's perfect timing to get his hand up and knock that ball away.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Ravens some new life in the fourth. There are costly interceptions.
All right, she's talking,
and then
little
there
nigga.
are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is
You're
ever
blind,
a
kid.
time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Ravens trail by. Back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have
I ain't
two
gonna let that
available
boy
for them as we
disrespect
approach
y'all
the end
like
of this
that, Joe.
game.
You're I ain't gonna let that nigga disrespect y'all like that.
Here he is to throw. He's got Andrews.
Stupid.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Running back sent in motion. Setting up to pass. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers make the play that should
I bet you
win
won't
this
do it,
game.
nigga.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
That's completed right side. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. You get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have two available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, set now, first and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. It is caught left side. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Oh, nearly got to the end zone there. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. McCaffrey will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. San Francisco calls it second timeout. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal. He'll look to throw it. Rolling out to his left. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. On is Moody for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. He's keeping it. And he's into the end zone, and that shows what kind of game they've been having. Even that works for them, and it adds an extra 2 to their lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody.
It's about time I got an L. I'm not tripping, bro. You probably done took 10 L's to finally get me in.
This return starts at the 5. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. One final shot here. Buying some time right. And he runs out of bounds a yard or two behind the line. Couldn't get all the way back. That's going to count as a sack. So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And when you steal away 5 possessions in a game, Brock, you are going to win the majority of the time. It's a victory built a lot on those turnovers as their defense takes center stage for a change.